Hey everybody, it's Maria. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a long time coming, making a full-length video for all of you. I never expected my recovery to take so long from the surgery I had on my knee, but apparently it was more complicated than he originally thought, and my meniscus was badly torn in like 3 places. There was a flap and some loose cartilage, but the worst part is during the surgery he had to stretch my ligaments to get to the back of the kneecap, and I think that is why I'm having this relentless pain that just comes on so strong even 4 weeks after the surgery. So I apologize for kind of being MIA. I did a small video explaining that one of the days I was feeling a little better, and now Synido has sent me something to unbox, and I thought, well, let's just do it. You know, I took 2 Tylenol. I've been trying not to take pain medicine, but it was really bad today. But it's been raining and dreary and a little chilly, so maybe that's why. I don't know. So here we are. Gracie's here keeping me company, and let's just open this because it came right after physical therapy today. It was on my porch, my deck. I'm assuming this is it. This might not be, but I didn't order anything, so from anywhere. It looks like Amazon, maybe. Actually, it doesn't say. All right, I'm pretty sure this is it. Yep. Okay. Here it is. Ah. All right, let's open it. Let's do it. Yep, I see their famous purple and orange packaging and colors they use for their products. Very nice. Oh, it's yet another version of the TempoPAD. Okay, I've actually reviewed the first 2 that they did. It was a smaller TempoPAD and then another one. I forget the actual name. I'll put the link so you could see it. But I think this has a lot more doodads and stuff that you can do with it. It says TempoPAD C16 Midi controller. So let's open it up, and then I'll look at the instructions and try to either put it to my computer or iPad. I'm not sure which it'll work with, and give it a go. And as I said, I'll put some links to the other 2 videos with the TempoPads that they sent me. They've been very, very nice people to work with, and you know, even though, like I said, I hadn't done any videos for a while, they reached out, and I was like, this would be a good time, actually, right? Haven't started work yet for school. Okay, so let's open the packaging. I really like the way they pack everything. They give you everything you need. Even when they sent me like an audio interface, it comes with the cords and oh, and they also usually have a nice case. Oh, this is even, wow. Ooh, this is actually the best case yet. That's all that's in the box. It gives you some of the setups if you want to see. Let's see. And I love this box. I'm going to show you up close. It's really well built. It's not a soft case. One of them came with a soft case, and it was the last one. And this has a nice handle. It's got the name on it. Let me see, make sure that you could see it clearly. See? And it's, you could see, it's hard. Sort of like those analog cases that they sell, but only they give it to you, which is awesome. So you don't have to go out and buy anything else. So let's open it up. Wow. They get A++ as far as I'm concerned for presentation and for providing you with a carrying case. Nice. Look at this. I told you. And I love that they're orange because, you know, your wires are usually black and they get mixed up with other wires or even white. But now these are orange. And this is awesome. This is because the newest thing now is instead of the 5-pin Midi, DIN Midi they call it, it's these little 1/8 inch jacks, see? But then you have to put it to the 5-pin Midi. So it's a little adapter because the 1/8 inch would go into the newer instruments are usually coming up with that. So, but some are type A and some are type B, and if they don't give it to you, sometimes it's hard to figure out which one you need. It's very strange. Like Arturia uses one type and Korg uses a different type, so you can't mix and match. You have to really buy the specific one for it. So that's excellent. And believe me, then it will cost you like $15, $20 to buy. So the fact that it comes with it is really nice. Oh, they give you 2 of them. That's awesome. 3? What the heck? Maybe it's for different instruments. We will find out. I'm going in blind, but that's okay. This is how you learn, right? It comes with an adapter for USB-A to USB-C, which is very nice. And an instruction booklet, which is pretty hefty. I'll take it out so you can see. And I will be having to read it before I use it. And then I could share with you what I've learned. Look at that. Probably in different languages, but there's a lot. Wow, it's actually a lot in English. I would say half of it. Yeah, so it looks like it's in 2 languages. It looks like it comes in English, and I'll show you where it goes to, and then Chinese. So, yeah, so really literally half the book, and it's pretty thick. It's 43 pages. That's a lot. A lot of times you have to download the actual manuals, which, you know, it's nice to save the trees, but I like something tangible. So I don't have to go to a computer, especially if I'm using my, you know, iPad for you know, filming or the music. This is USB-A to USB-C. Okay. And a nice rubbery thing to hold it in place. See? And this is, you can see now what I mean about it being molded. Very nice. And open this. Ooh, this is different. It's like a green color, like a mint green. And it's got a very, it feels like rubber, but it's very smooth. And it's got the things on the bottom, the feet. There's 6 of them, so it won't slip. Wow, this is really nice. You have 16 pads, 4, 8, 12, 16. You have 4 sliders. I'm assuming, okay, mute, solo, record. Okay, that's what it seems like. A little, if you want to put swing. Gate is how long the steps usually are, like in an arpeggio, if it's la, la, or la, 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 like that. And your tempo, I don't know what this is, K1, K2, K3, K4, K5, 6, 7, 8. So whatever that is, we have to figure out that. And DIV, division. Okay, so that's how many, like probably like 3/4 or 1/8 inch or 16 steps, something like that. Here's your, like I think I said tempo. I'm not really sure what these orange things are. We'll soon see. And you have pad bank, control bank, mode, step. There's a sequencer, play, record, note, repeat, like tap tempo. So you could just go like that to get the tempo you want. Octave up and down, so it can extend the range of the notes. And this says A, B, C, D. It says level, and maybe it's the level. It says 16 levels, so maybe that's the level for all of them, maybe. And here's your standard play, stop, record. It says sync. There's a clear feature here. And velocity, Bluetooth, so it's also Bluetooth. So that's everything that you see on the front panel. And I will tell you about this side panel has the power on off. The back has MIDI through. Okay, so that's why you have the 3 MIDI 1/8 inch. One is MIDI in, MIDI out, and MIDI through, so you can connect other pieces of gear, and it could share the MIDI signal, I think. Okay, and then you have USB-C, which I'm assuming is for charging. I don't know if it's to like an interface to the computer. I'm not really sure. Some USB is just for charging, and some USB is for data. And some actually have audio too, audio and data. So we'll find that out. Anything I missed? I don't think so. So let me show you up close what it looks like. Okay. Look at that. Very nice. And the screen. I forgot to mention the screen. You see? It's got a nice feel to it. Couple pounds, it feels like. Very nice. So let's see what this thing does. I will be back to share hopefully some music with you. Okay. Gracie, whoop, and slept through all of it. Okay, I am just skimming the iceberg. I had to watch some videos to figure out, how to use this, because the manual is a little complicated just to read it, which I did. So I turned it on. I charged it. You can see it's got full battery. It doesn't look like that in real life. It's just freaking out because of the, phone recording it. Anyway, this is what it basically looks like when you turn it on. I turned the Bluetooth on. It goes to red. And I went here into Koala. And right away it found it. It says not connected. So let me see if I can connect it. It says connecting. Because I do want to show you, how to get started yourself. So, okay, so the next part I want to show you is I have a whole bunch of samples that I put into Koala, banks A, B, C, and D. You have to make sure Koala is vertical. And this is landscape. Otherwise, it's not mapped correctly. And I was confused before. But now it works perfectly. So A. Let me see. Why isn't it showing it? Oh, because I'm not on A here. So you have to make sure you're on the right one. So you're on A here and A here. Now watch when I hit this will light up. You see? Okay, so they all correspond. If I want to go to bank B, I have to go here and then here. Right? See? My drum samples. C. I have some other things. Bass. Melodic. And they all correspond to where I'm hitting. See? And the last one, D. Some effects, some rhythms. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that in case you were like me, and at first I had Koala like this, and none of it lined up correctly. But I quickly realized the error of my ways, so I hope I save you some aggravation. Okay, I wasted way too much time trying to figure out this keyboard mode, which was not working in Koala Sampler. Good thing I just got out of it, because it does work in GarageBand. Regardless of what you have for these banks, if you just have it on A, B, C, or D, it still plays the same for here. So, like, I just have it on a lead here, like that, and you could play it chromatically. And if you play just the yellow keys, it's the diatonic scale, like Do, Re, Mi. Without the sharps or flats. So that works. That's kind of cool. But I'm feeling it's very disjointed trying to get it to work with Koala. I see people using it, but for me, I got it mapped correctly, but I could only use it in custom mode, and I couldn't get the keyboard mode to work. So I guess user error. But again, this is not really my cup of tea. I appreciate that Synido sends it to me. It's very fun to kind of, get to work, but also quite frustrating if you're not into these type of MIDI controllers. So hopefully you guys will know a little more about how to connect them and how to make them work if you're like into the MPC kind of stuff, which I'm not. So thank you, Synido. I haven't hooked it to my computer yet, but it definitely works Bluetooth, as you can see, with the iPad and GarageBand. I'll go back to show you can see real quick. Let's get out of here and go back into Koala so you can see what I'm talking about. So here we have Koala. I have to put it this way, remember, for it to work correctly. And I'll go to A, get out of keyboard mode, and it all works. See? But what if I wanted to play that note in keyboard mode? If I go to a keyboard, it doesn't work. It just goes to other things that I don't get. And also, I can get a keyboard mode to sort of work, but I have to go into Koala, hit the keyboard, pick one, and then play it. But it's not in the keyboard mode on the Synido TempoPAD. And then so you can't like play the other stuff with it. So for me, what I really wanted to do was to actually have a drum beat going, like maybe from, let me go back to here, like A or B. I think B was my drum beats, see? So I wanted to have my drum beats, have that going, and then go to another one that had a melodic one, like A or C or D or whatever, press mode, and have it play melodically, but it doesn't work that way. So if any of you know what I'm doing wrong, let me know in the comments below. And if Synido wants to chime in, that's great. I watched their whole video and it was kind of useless. It was just somebody showing things randomly on the screen with an overdub of someone talking about it and not really exactly showing you what to do. So I didn't think not this one. That's Teatro. He's great. He has it working, but I don't. So anyway, he's much more in depth than I am. So like I said, it's kind of cool, but I think it's a little confusing for newbies like me.